Okay, here we are with our first match of the draft. We're playing a black-white Slithers draft deck. Hopefully it's good. I'm a little bit concerned that we might just get overrun in the long game, but it seems like a keepable hand. We got the Mox Tantalite, which is going to ramp our mana. So we'll suspend that and play out the swamp. Pass the turn. And just as mountain. Take down our Tantalite. Ready to come down in a few turns. And it's not too bad. Kind of lacking early action. Maybe something we need to look at, but we have turn 3 Lancer Slither into turn 4 Irregular Cohort, which seems pretty solid. Opponent has Imposter of the Sixth Pride, which is fine. Our Lancer Slither deals with that nicely. Step here. Just run out the Lancer Slither. Tantalite's coming down next turn, so we can cast a regular Cohort without any trouble. So we might want to cycle this step. We'll see where we are, / how we're positioned. Has Urza's Rage. She's going to take out Lancer Slither, unfortunately. We're going to have to get in 3. So we can play Cohort here, or we can play Smiting Helix. We probably just want to play the Cohort here. Not too afraid of taking 3 points of damage from this. But we'll see what we draw. Equally, we keep up Force of Despair, I suppose. You have to exile a card to this, so we can't put Smiting Helix in the graveyard. We don't really want to be sacking Smiting Helix to this. So, Tantalite is a go. Coming off suspend. And we draw Wing Shards. Okay, so we've pretty much drawn all our removal here, so that's good. I think we're just playing with Cohort out here. Make the Changelings. I don't think we necessarily really want to block, even if we get the option to. But maybe outlasting here, I suppose, rather than attacking. I'm not sure what they're going to choose to do. Now that Enduring Slither has come down. We've got an interesting choice for next turn. Also, if our opponent plays another creature, we could think about Force of Despair. Kill off 2 of his guys. But pitching this Smiting Helix seems pretty bad. I think we're in a solid spot as it goes. It seems to be playing a little bit slowly, unfortunately. We'll see what they do here. It says they're looking to pay some costs, but I'm not really sure. Potentially just outlasting. Okay, so here is the Blade Back Slither, so we can actually Force of Despair here if we want to, and we get to kill both the Slithers. So it's kind of even on, isn't it? It's a 2 for 2, but I don't know whether like the idea of getting rid of this Smiting Helix. I think we'll keep the Helix. There's a Lancer Slither, which actually does allow us to attack through this current board, if we so wish. Or we just want to kill the Enduring Slither at this point. Yeah, I think we'll go for that. The Bladeback Slither could be problematic in the future. I think we'll start with that, and then maybe we can look at flashing back the Helix later. I'm going to play this Secluded Steppe. I don't think we can afford to hold it back. I don't think we're going to attack here. I think we'll hold this back, wait till we get the Lancer Slither out, which is going to be a vast improvement on our current combat setup. And also a good defensive card as well. It's going to make 3/1/1 Goblin tokens, which seems absolutely fine. Attacks. We get some more cohort. So what do we want to do here? I quite like playing Lancer Slither and giving our guys first strike. We can start attacking. Potentially, the best use of our mana is probably to play a regular cohort. Or we can flash back the Smiting Helix and keep up a Force of Despair. / Wing Shard. No, it'd have to be Force of Despair. Yeah, let's do that. Sure, it's necessarily the best play, but long term that Slither might be a problem. And we're in a decent position on board. Let's play Martyr of Soul, which is fine. Hopefully we'll follow that up with another creature and then we'll be doing pretty well with this Force of Despair. Yep, that's nice. So I'm going to get some good value here. Kill both those dice. That looked up pretty nicely. Turn from Extinction is going to be pretty good later in the game potentially. So do we want to regular? I mean, we can attack here anyway, so I suppose we will attack. And then we'll cast the regular cohort. And go from there. You should get pretty good value if either of these irregular cohorts die. So there's Cleaver Slither. It doesn't really do anything at this moment in time. Changeling, Outcast, which is decent. That's just a good way to attack through, and we can also play Lancer Slither here just to further cement our position. Okay, well, I'll do first strike. Guess attack with these. I mean, all our guys are pretty good. Attack with 3 creatures, 3 back, just in case our opponent has removal for the Lancer Slither. But attacking with the cohorts, because if they do end up dying, then we can return from Extinction them. And that puts us in a fairly good spot. So our opponent got here. Yeah, down to 2 cards, just like us. Wing Shard's obviously not terribly good here, thanks to the goblin tokens. But yeah, even if Lancer Slither does die, which looks like it is going to, he's still not in a bad spot. We can actually get them both back next turn. So, contact with everything. No, changing outcast that can't block. Okay. So we are going to take a bit of damage here. But I think we're fine, we're in good shape I think still. We can trade with the Cleaving Slither. Our opponent seems to be a bit concerned about that. 9, 10, 11. I think we're just going to block one of the goblin tokens. I don't... Yeah, maybe we should have kept back the cohorts on the backswing. Resilient creatures you control get +2 and gain all creature types. Oh, ouch. Well. Did not see that coming. So, that's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, that did us in pretty nicely. Okay. Well, I guess you learn as you go along the combat tricks. So, I think that game was pretty well in hand otherwise. You might bring in Umuzar's Charm just to kill changelings and the goblins, maybe. Seen a few 1 toughness guys, so maybe we bring that in. Wing Shards doesn't seem that great, but it's one of our only removal spells. What else have we got? I don't know, I don't think there's a lot to change. We could play some more flyers, I guess, given that we know that our opponent's kind of ground-based. So maybe bring those in over Venomous Changeling, maybe. And Return from Extinction is good. We cut the big dude. I wasn't entirely sure about him to begin with. Yeah, let's see how that goes. This seems good. Solid hand. Curve out quite nicely. Question is whether to play the step turn 1 or not. Just keep it hoping to cycle. I think we need to play it out. Because we don't really want it to, given that we've got such a nice curve, I don't think we want to be punished too much for that. Giver of Ruins is a good card for them. We'll play Enduring Slither here, rather than the Dregscape, because that's a better late game play. Can't see us wanting to outlast immediately, but seems like something we might want to do. So let's play Lancer Slither. Can't actually really attack thanks to Giver of Runes. The first strike isn't quite so good in that situation. Yeah, Giver of Runes is going to be a real headache for us, I think, generally, unless we find removal. I'm choosing not to attack, which is interesting. Next Tantalite can go on suspend. And I guess we just play another Lancer Slither. I suppose we could have outlasted instead, but I think we're probably just better off building up our board. And yeah, I suppose if our opponent just doesn't build up their board, then we'll be in relatively good shape. Instant Light ticks down. So there we go, we've got removal for the Giver Runes now, but we don't have the mana just yet. Mana is on its way, but it isn't coming just yet. I think we probably just want to pump one of our guys and pass the turn out. I don't know, maybe we should just drop it to 2-2. Yeah, let's play Dregscape Slither then. And we'll consider our position next turn as to whether we want to just pump up a guy. That's Martyr's Soul, which is a fairly beastly 5/4, and the Quakefoot Cyclops. These creatures can't block. Okay, that seems fine. So yeah, this is my mild concern about our deck, is that our opponents can potentially just outsize us, which is kind of problematic. So Umezawa's Charm can kill off the Changeling, but then we're still getting hit for quite a lot. Yeah, this situation is pretty problematic. Giver Runes is a real headache. I suppose we're not going to get a lot of value out of this anytime soon. But then we just die to our opponent having bigger creatures than us, potentially. So Mox Huntlight's coming down next turn, so we can kill off the Giver Runes, and then I suppose we're in a decent position because we just have a bunch of first striking dudes who can double block, triple block, however is necessary. So that's decent. Our opponent's kind of close to getting Hellbent, so Bladeback Slither. Actually, Bladeback Slither's the only Slither. Yeah, maybe we should just kill off this Changeling. I'm going to kill the Changeling and pass while opponent's Giver Runes is tapped. Maybe we should have picked up Martyr of Soul. I'm sure we had an opportunity to, but can't remember what we picked over it. Gonna get hit for quite a lot here. No, he's not attacking with the Cyclops, which is interesting. I mean, I suppose he can't protect both of them. I'm just going to take this. Cleaving Slither. We've seen this game before. Okay. We're in an okay shape, actually. So all our guys have first strike, which makes attacking fairly difficult once we got rid of the Giver Runes. So I think we should do that now. Can't protect itself, so we can get rid of that. Not really anything else we can do this turn, unfortunately, so we will just pass. Still in a slightly precarious position. But our opponent doesn't want to attack, so that's good. Soul Herder. So Soul Herder blinks out a creature every turn. Whenever a creature is exiled, put +1/+1 counter on it, beginning of turn, exile a creature. So we can either play Dregscape and Soul Herder. We don't actually have anything to get like proper value off the Soul Herder just yet, but that seems decent. We can also kill the Cleaving Slither and play a Soul Herder. No, we can't play the Soul Herder. We can play kill the Cleaving Slither and play a Dregscape Slither to the board, which seems fairly decent. or we can just pump one of our guys, I guess. But you know, this isn't an immediate problem, but I'm quite slightly concerned that that might be an issue long term. So red, white, kill the cleaving slither, and not really in a position to attack just yet. We can play Dregscape or Outlast one of our guys. I'm just going to play another creature to the board. So that wasn't the best use of our mana, but I really don't want to get blown out like last game. And all our guys are 2 power, so Bladeback Slither. Our opponent going Hellbent doesn't really make any relevance. Another land is nice. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to play a regular cohort. And we'll Outlast, I guess, one of the Lancer Slithers. And then pass the turn, and then we can start going pretty nuts because we can Soul Herder. Okay, so opponent's able to make a bunch of soldiers. Recruitly worthy, so it's quite a good long-term card, but particularly with Martyr Soul, that seems pretty nice, but I mean, it's not really doing anything crazy, and we're about to go off with Soul Herder if our opponent doesn't have any sort of removal for it. So white, blue, I guess white, doesn't really matter. Play Soul Herder, and we can blink the irregular cohort and kind of go off from there. And I guess we'll pump that guy and that guy. No particular thoughts as to why. We'll blink the irregular cohort. I'm just going to make some tokens, which is fine. Oh, he gets to kill the Soul Herder, I didn't think about that. Oh no, it only pings. It only ping players? Players or planeswalkers? Oh, okay. I was more concerned about that than I needed to be. Yes, use Soul Herder's ability. I thought it could ping creatures. Okay. I think we're in good shape. We can fly over. Wait, does Soul Herder have flying? No, it doesn't. Okay. I thought Soul Herder had flying, but yeah, I think as turns go, I mean, they can make a lot of tokens, but as the turns go on, I think we have the bigger advantage going forward. So I think we just keep growing our Slither team. I have Magmax Sinkhole, I guess, that you might want to. But we'll just keep pumping our guys, I guess. So we got to be careful that we don't just get done over by one of those cards our opponent has. I think we're in relatively good shape. I suppose our opponent's making 2 tokens a turn, we're making 1 token a turn. But I think we're going to start attacking next turn, hopefully. So pump the Soul Herder, make another changeling. This one doesn't really do a whole lot on this spot. I suppose it actually is a way of flying over though, so we do have that going for us. I think we want to probably start attacking. We can send in this 5/5 guy. I suppose it doesn't really do a whole lot, that's the only problem. They can just block with a soldier and then can make 2 soldiers per turn. So there's not a whole lot of use to that. Cast the Vespal Arc so we can actually start getting some damage through. I guess it's still worth attacking with this Lancer Slither just for the sake of getting a soldier off the board. Because then we're even on creatures entering the battlefield each turn. But yeah, hopefully long term we will win this game, but I don't know that for sure. Maybe that's not a good idea. I don't really want to trade the Lancer Slither off just yet. So let's pump that. I'm just going to make some tokens. Ping us for 1. We're almost making 3 tokens a turn, which is concerning. There's not really a lot we can do about that. So, kind of living the dream, but also slightly perilous in the fact that our opponent might just be able to get there with some crazy pump spell. Another Master Soul. Makes another 5/4, which is fine. Lands for us. We will. So we need to be conscious of the time here, I guess. I think we're going to attack here. Try and force some blocks out of our opponent. So, just going to get some damage in. I should have attacked with the flyer as well. But oh well. We got 6 damage in there for our opponent allowed us to get some damage through. I don't know if we want to outlast everyone. We'll leave it at that. I haven't really calculated that properly, but I'm a little bit concerned about the pump spell. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blockers. We're still on a very healthy 16 life. That is making 2 soldiers a turn. We would like to win this game soon. But that might not be possible. Sort of a board stall with our opponent just waiting to get to their one card that might win them the game. I suppose we just need to sort of keep up on creatures. So they've got 10, 11, 12, 13 creatures. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're pretty close. You say we're making 1 creature a turn. They're making 2 soldiers a turn. can also dredge escape back this slither. It's buying back the soldiers on their own turn. Guess just to block with. I'm not entirely sure. It's interesting. This game could go to time, which would be kind of annoying. So I think we need to be conscious of the amount of time we're spending. Creature can go +1/+1 haste. Okay, there we go. So there's something. Okay, are we dead to this? It's kind of annoying. I feel like we might have just played this game wrong. So we need to block as much damage as possible, but yeah, I suppose this is the issue with just not knowing what the combat tricks are in the format. We've got to block the big damage. So I suppose it doesn't really matter. So yeah, we're very dead here, unfortunately. Yeah, so 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Damn it! Okay, so that's kind of annoying. We had the advantage the whole time, but it didn't play out quite how we wanted it to. So I guess, yeah, some positives to take away. Our deck kind of did what we wanted it to do, but I suppose we just weren't as aware of the combat tricks. It's kind of difficult to know what we could have done better. Maybe we should have been more aggressive. Or maybe we should have used Outlast less and just held back for the risk of this happening, because we did have a relatively even number of creatures, but I think we were always losing that battle long term. So yeah, kind of frustrating, but I guess that's how it goes, and we've learned quite a bit about the format along the way. It's kind of sad that we got our sort of combo together and it didn't win us the game, but there you go. So we've learnt a bit, and hopefully enjoyed this first matchup. Let's see if we have a better luck in the next one.